What's happening? We're back at PCA. I've got Cristhian Lanzas from Joya, Nicaragua. Bro, congratulations.
Thank you.
Great stuff happening with the SAG and the Quesada family. It's incredible. So give us a little bit of like background. How did this sort of partnership come about? Like, I know that the families have a long history together, but at some point this like long-term friendship and business relationship turned into a partnership. So when and how did that happen?
So for me, as an external member of the Joya family and the Quesada family, it's been nice for me to see how these two legendary tobacco families have interacted with each other over the years. There are beautiful stories about Mr. Martinez and Mr. Manolo Quesada. Those two guys are two legends in the cigar industry, and obviously their daughters and Juan Martinez have had a close relationship together too. So we have a new generation.
Grew up together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They grew up together. They have known each other forever. They used to come at these trade shows and get along here. So it's nice to finally bring these two families together on a formal way under SAG. That is the new distribution for Joya and Quesada. But this goes beyond just a business partnership. These are two families that share a vision of how distribution has to be made, how we need to treat customers, how we need to present products to the US market. So this is an important moment for SAG, Joya, and Quesada at the same time.
What is that in a practical sense? So for let's say if you're a retailer watching or a consumer watching, what does that like vision of how that relationship between a cigar company, a distribution company, a cigar retailer, and a consumer, how is that different from maybe some of the bigger, more corporate brands?
Yeah.
How different is that from a like how do they see that different? What happens?
Okay, when we started working on the SAG logistic and everything, and we were hiring the team, we knew that we wanted to have a philosophy that doesn't exist in the cigar industry right now. We want to be providers of friendship, great cigars, and experiences to the trade, to the retailers, and obviously that will translate to the consumers. We want to provide a top quality service that retailers trust us in a way that they feel that they have friends and they can count on us with SAG imports. So I think that would make a great difference because we want to be there, we want to be out, we want to be in the market next to them and helping them selling these beautiful cigars that we produce.
And so this year, at the end of the day, though, we are smoking cigars.
Yeah.
Right. So all of this, service and the friendships and all that. At the end of the day, we got to smoke a cigar.
Yeah.
So you are releasing things at the show.
Yes.
So what is this that we have behind us? This is the Joya Nicaragua Clásico Original Green Room Selection. What's with the Green Room Selection?
So, as you may know, Joya Nicaragua is the first Nicaraguan cigar factory, and the Joya Nicaragua Clásico Original is the first cigar ever made out of our factory. In the 70s, it was recognized as the foremost representative of newer cigars at a level that it was considered the official cigar of the White House.
Yep.
During the Nixon administration, they used to handle Joya Nicaragua Clásicos at the Green Room, which was the room at the White House where diplomats and presidents used to smoke together. So things have changed over the years. We wanted to pay tribute to that Green Room selection, to that Green Room legacy that we carry with the presidential cigar. But also, nowadays, the industry is different, and you don't need to be a politician or a diplomat to smoke these beautiful cigars.
Thankfully.
So the Green Room selection has this concept of that every smoker can create their own green room. So this should be part of your selection of cigars that you should be smoking this year. It is presented on a beautiful traditional diadema format, which is one of the most oldest formats that we have made at the factory.
It looks stunning. It is. It's a beautiful looking cigar.
and the packaging is just beautiful. This uses the same blend as Clásico original with a little tweak on the fillers, but also with a twist on the aging process. So you get the same Clásico profile, but in a more refined perspective.
What is the tweak on the aging process? What was the tweak?
So
if you can say it. Yeah,
sure. So we aged some of the fillers a little bit. We also added a little bit more of body, so it's a little bit more powerful than the regular Clásico original,
yeah.
which is a very mild, easy, but complex cigar at the same time. But this one has a little bit more body, so you will fit more power into the full smoke.
Okay. And then there's a red, white, and blue one.
Yes.
And so what about, this is limited. You said this is 700
This is limited,
boxes?
700 boxes for the US.
For the US. And what about international? We do have international. Do you know?
500 boxes for
500
international markets.
Okay.
Yes.
And so, but this will be available only at Amigos accounts or all JDN accounts?
This is open to any
Hoya or
any account
SAG
that
account, yeah.
orders through SAG.
Yeah, and if you're a retailer that's watching this, and maybe have not read press releases or anything, SAG Imports is what you're looking for.
Yes.
Right. So I imagine that your reps are going to be hitting the pavement, preaching the word of SAG, yes. Hoya, and Quesada. So what about the red, white, and blue? That one, you want to see it? Yeah, let's go see it. So yeah.
So the Hoya red, white, and blue celebrates the American independence. As we know, the US is turning 250 years of independence, yep. And this year was very important for us because we released in this market the SAG independent distribution. So we wanted to pay tribute to the Americans for always opening the doors to Hoya Nicaragua and Quesada in a way that feels special. This is going to be a limited edition cigar. We will only be doing 500 boxes of the Hoya red, white, and blue. This is a new blend under the Hoya line family of cigars. So we know the Cabineta, the black, the red, and the silver. So this goes beyond that concept of medium body cigars, but this is going to be very special, US only.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So US, and what is the blend on this? What's the wrapper? And
we have an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper with Nicaraguan binders and fillers, specifically from Estelí and Jalapa.
Very good. And what kind of body are we looking at with this one? Where is it strength-wise?
This is a medium smoke.
Medium-bodied smoke.
Same as the others in the family, in the Hoya line.
Yeah. That's kind of the idea of that whole line, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Everything kind of stays at that level. And then lastly, we have a new size of Cinco de Cinco, right?
Yes.
Want to go take a look at it?
Cinco de Cinco won Cigar of the Year.
Yeah, I hear this is a good cigar.
Cigar Snob in 2024.
Someone told me this was a really good cigar.
Yes.
This was #1 Cigar of the Year with Cigar Snob. So
yes, thank you for that, guys. We released this cigar in 2023 in 5 formats. At the beginning, only 3 of those formats were available in the US. And now we decided to bring the Corona Doble, which was an international exclusive, to the US for a longer and flavorful smoke.
Yeah, I love that size. I love Churchills and I love double Coronas. And so I can't wait to try it in that size. So anyway, that's what we got, man.
Yes.
So congrats, really good stuff. And stay tuned, there'll be more soon.
Thank you very much.